On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Cincinnati Bengals.
On the dotted line, I've been flying out of town for some peace of mind. It's like always, they just want a piece of mind. I've been
Here's the kicker, Jason Myers, to get this one started. And we are underway from Cincinnati. Charlie Jones now to return. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
1-1, ready? Here we go. 180, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, 11, 11, 11, 12, 12.
Here's Burrow to throw right away. This will be caught by Brown. Calling no gain on the game's first play, and it's second down now.
Gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 20-yard line.
From the gun, a give to Brown. And they'll get to him quickly here as he'll get a yard, just a yard to the 22. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defense coordinator about their performance last week, because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Big 13. Big 13.
Now it's Burrow. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
11, 11.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
11, 11, 11, 11.
Now it's Burrow. Now he's going to step up and run. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
11, Thomas.
First down.
Stop.
1st and 10.
This is Brown going up the middle. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. The Bengals at 5 and 8, 3 games under 500. They were winners the last time out, so they'll be looking here to make it 2 in a row.
And when you and I watched tape prepared for this one, what we saw was a team that competed hard, and they played well in all 3 phases of the game. And I think if they can carry that over to this week, they've got a really good chance to emerge victorious yet again.
Into space at the 45. He gets it across the 50 and down to the 48. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
11, Thomas. 11, Mighty. 11, Mighty. Stop.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
Here we go. 180. Rise up. 12, 12, 12. Stop.
On 1st and 10, here's Brown. And he'll take this down to the 33. Look at this defense. Currently #1 in the NFL against the run.
I always think back to what my defensive coordinator in college used to tell me. Playing against the run is 11 individual battles, man on man. And are you going to win that battle? You're going to whip the guy across from you and get to the ball carrier, wrap him up, and put him on the ground. Because the one thing he absolutely detested was yards after contact. Tackle him, put him down on the spot.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
Here we go. Wide 80, 11 MT, 11 MT.
Now Burrow. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great effort there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 30. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. And see, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level. And sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
No, we changed it.
Play action. Now Jackson. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Trey Hendrickson showing off his pass rush repertoire that time. The defense is always talking about not letting Lamar Jackson get comfortable. A good job there on his opening drive of making him uncomfortable.
And you're talking about doing it so early in the game because all week long, there's been anxiety on the defensive side of the ball. How do we keep this guy hemmed in? How do we tackle him? To get it done that early, that's got to feel great for them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
I like the confidence of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hands, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. They'll call that a 61-yard punt. He got all of that one. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Here we go, here we go.
Burrow looking to pass. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. T. Higgins was the intended target. And that'll make it 3rd down. You look at this Baltimore defense. They're going to need to be strong against the run in this one.
And that play right there shows exactly why they're so good against the run. Held the line of scrimmage, held the point of attack, and stuffed him for no gain.
Here we go. 180.
Burrow will throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Now a give, left side, Brown with it. Shows his strength at the 50. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. Thought they were going to have him down a lot earlier, but he was able to shed that tackle.
Shows the value of the weight room, doesn't it? Shows the value of the attitude when you run the football. Don't go down easily. Break a few tackles. Gain some additional yardage.
Can. Stop. 11. 11. Stop.
They go right back to the ground here, and Brown. And this time they were waiting for him, as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play.
And that's exactly what you're looking for at the inside linebacker spot. Versatility. He can drop into coverage, or as he did on that last play, use his speed to get to the perimeter and knock the ball carrier for a loss.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow completes it to Fant on the right side. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know it's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
It's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Shotgun handoff to Brown here. And he is going to have the Bengals 1st down. At least it would appear that way. He didn't get it by much, but yes, they do get the conversion on 3rd and 1.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Stop. 180. 12. Stop.
Right back to Brown. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
Stop.
Here's Burrow. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it.
Partner, I like the play call coming right after a tackle for a loss, because this is an obvious passing situation, but instead they fooled them a little bit with the screen, and they wound up getting back what they lost, and then a little bit more.
Here we go. Big 13, 11 MT tape. 11 MT tape. Stop.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Open man is Higgins, and he's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. A great play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Bengals go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that is over the back line of the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll bring this out to the 35-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. Jackson. Throw caught by Flowers. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. An effective 7-yard 3rd down conversion.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. To throw is Jackson. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Second and 10. Throwing is Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because any completions on 1st and 2nd down, now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. If you don't pick up the first down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
Jackson now. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there of finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Now Jackson. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Trey Hendrickson. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Well, that's a big defensive stop there, and it takes away a lot of the momentum from the offense coming off that big completion the prior snap. Give big credit to the defense for bouncing back.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Jackson. What a catch on the sideline. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. effective running here. They'll take it down inside the 10. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Another run with Mitchell. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. Now it's Jackson. He's got his running back out of the backfield. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
But they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Now it's Jackson. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great effort there as the first half is winding down. And the Ravens are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And that'll make our score 14-7.
Ravens 7. Jason Myers set to kick off.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue.
11 mighty. 11.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Malachi Starks. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long, because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
No.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. After the interception, here's Jackson. Finding Walker complete. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from an even 40 yards out. Myers' kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They run over center with Mitchell. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Guys had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They go play action with Jackson. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll make it second down. These two teams met in Baltimore, you might remember, earlier in the year with the Ravens winning that game. So a win here in Cincinnati would give them the season sweep 2-zip. From just shy of midfield, here's a 2nd and 5. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
So possession still theirs, but now they face a 3rd down. Here's Jackson. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 34-yard line. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Ravens first down.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 34. On the counter, Mitchell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole that closed there quickly at the end. This 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Left center, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 12-yard line. 16 yards on that one and a Raven first.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. A great play there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Jason Myers set to kick off.
After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 20-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent is still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Another run for Brown on second down. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. Here now a 3rd down and 8.
11, mighty. 11. Here we go. 180. Stop.
Now it's Burrow. So they're going to traffic there, and that's complete. He's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
11.
They'll try and throw for it with Burrow. Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
DC, ready?
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. 50 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here's Jackson to throw. They'll run the screen with Mitchell. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Isaiah Likely. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
That's almost just not right. You cover everybody, but those tight ends, they can be awfully reliable.
Very reliable. Defense just has to hate those guys.
This drives them crazy because oftentimes you can't match up with them. They have either with size, speed, or maybe even just strength.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's pretty good coverage by the kick team, as he'll only be able to get this past the 15-yard line and no further.
And they're on the 17-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right,
throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Gun. Dot.
Now Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Brown. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard
11
line.
MT tank. 11 MT tank. Dot.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Now he'll tuck this and run. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
And Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Chidobe with a pick. And the Ravens are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. That's a good acceleration there as he's across midfield to the 48-yard line. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 1st down, they go back to Mitchell. Just a yard on the pickup there. They will bring up a 2nd and 9. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
2nd and 9.
180.
Right back to Mitchell here. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 77 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
And they'll send the tight end in motion here. From the gun, again to Mitchell. Oh, he's going to the lane. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A gain of 15. And the Ravens 1st down.
Ready?
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Trying the right side with Mitchell. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
180. Finish it up.
Give running right is Mitchell. After getting stepped on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The Ravens on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And a lot of being a defender is being able to learn what you can and can't get away with when in man coverage. In this case, he got away with it and helped pop that ball free.
On for the field goal, a 32-yard attempt.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So that, maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And that's going to skip into the end zone for a touchback.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
11, 11, 11. 11 MT, 11 MT, 11 MT, take.
Burrow looking to pass. And that's going to be incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Gun, gun. Dot. 180. 11, 11, 11. 11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11, 11. Dot.
Now it's Burrow. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10. And I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11. Dot.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 42.
21 yards. And the Bengals 1st down. 1st and 10
12,
at
12,
the
12.
42-yard line.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. Dot.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And that one too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete.
Give him big credit for his coverage right there because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now.
12. Here we go. Here we go. White 80. 11, 11, 11. 11 MT. 11 MT. 11, MT, tape.
Burrow will throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We just saw another example of really good defensive football, which has led to the cushion that they have in this game. Got to him once again, knocked him on the ground, forced an incompletion.
Yeah, they've set the tone. It's one thing to set the tone, another to come in here on the road and set the tone.
Here we go. 11, Thomas. 11, 11, 11, 11. 11, 11. 11, 11, 11. Dot.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy.
On one,
4th
right?
down, 10 yards to go.
Here we go. Right 80. 12, 12, 12. Mighty. 11, mighty.
To throw, Burrow. The 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Throwing, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Trenton Simpson. And the Ravens are going to have the football at their own 1-yard line. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Throw caught by Flowers. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down. They needed some breathing room. He gave it to him. 11 yards and a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage, because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands you're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The 12-yard line.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the 4th.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 3rd and 3. Here's a toss right side to Mitchell. Dances by him. Down the right sideline. He's on his way. And all the way in for the Ravens touchdown. A big play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Ravens add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
For the extra point.
Myers connects on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Bengals 14. Jason Myers.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And this one too low. We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And oh my goodness, here's a 5th interception. Picked off by Malachi Starks. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Alpha, sit on! 180! 180!
On the handoff, Mitchell. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker.
180! Sit on! Sit on!
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about